Hey y'all, thanks for watching once again. Welcome back to another one. Today we're going to be doing a pretty cool thing. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be turning this trap here into this trap here. So guys, what we got here is a whole assortment of traps, a bunch of different ones. These are old traps. This is a Victor number 2 square jaw. This is a Victor 1.75. This one's a Victor number 3 long spring trap. This is a Duke number 1 3/4, but it's offset jawed. That's another Duke 1 3/4 offset jaw as well. I'm going to be doing a bunch of stuff. I'm going to be center swiveling the traps. I'm going to be shock springing the traps. I'm going to be putting a bunch of swivels on the traps. The first thing we're going to do is de-rust the traps. Any really acid, you could literally use mustard and it would work because it's got acid in it. It would just take much longer time. So this is just your old white vinegar, distilled, whatever you want to say. And all I do is gonna put it in a 5-gallon bucket. It's like a gallon of vinegar. I'm probably gonna use 2 gallons of vinegar. Just as much to cover the traps fully in vinegar. Okay, here we go. We got two gallons of vinegar in a 5-gallon bucket, and we're just gonna dump the traps in one by one. There's gonna be no problem with them trying to float up or anything because they're obviously just pure metal. They're not going to have any problem staying in there. You want them to be completely submerged underwater. So guys, it is another day. It's just the next day. We dumped 6 traps in it. We actually were able to put 6 in there. There was 4 yesterday. But yeah, we got 6 in there. You can see a lot has changed since we saw that clear vinegar go in there with the rusty traps. It's more like rusty vinegar with clear traps. But what we're going to do is we're going to get all that extra, rust and stuff off with the pressure washer. So I just have like a 1600 PSI pressure washer. So we're going to go hook that up and then we'll see you when we do that. Okay, I'm just going to go set you down right there and I'll catch you a little later. So we'll just dump this whole thing out. It's just a bunch of vinegar, really rusty vinegar. And now, here we go, traps. They don't look too much better than when they did yesterday, but watch this. This guy was a rusty trap. Oh, look at that right there. Look at those springs. They're still in perfect condition. So we're going to focus on one trap at a time so we can get the best job done. Last trap. That is what we're going to be doing. We finished doing all the pressure washing. That's a pretty big step into this part, into the trap modification. At least what I do for trap modification. I'll show you the trap here real quick. So this is what they all look like. They look like almost brand new traps, honestly. Some of them have a little bit of black stuff, and that's actually dye. It's trap dye, so I can't really take that off. But most of these traps are looking really nice, really slick. And these you can still see that they're like really well. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to put them in a baking powder and water solution. And what that's going to do is it's going to make sure there's no vinegar on these traps. Because you know what, guys? If there's vinegar on these traps, it's going to still keep on eating away at the metal. You don't want to have just this kind of continual eating away at the metal. So we're going to just go really quick and put it in that solution. But right now, I'm just going to go ahead and put away the pressure washer. Okay, guys, so what we have here is we got like a clamp here, and we got a bunch of chain and stuff here for this trap. This is actually from one of my old traps. It's not in use anymore. So this is like a 11-inch chain here. We got a swivel here and a swivel here on both swivel points, and then we got a J hook right here. And that's going to be a really quick connection to that hole right here. I think that hole's actually like for nailing your trap, like onto a piece of wood or something. I'm not sure though, but it could be used for a lot of things, and that's obviously what we're going to be doing. We're going to use it for this modification. So, we want to do this like that, and then we're going to just get a pair of pliers and pry up. It shouldn't be that hard. I've done this quite a bit. Actually, I've modified almost all my traps. None of my traps are ready out of the box. But yeah, that's how I got to do it. So we're just prying up. This is definitely not the tool of choice I would have to use, but this is the closest one I have, and it obviously is working. So this is a J.C. Connor shock spring. To me, they're kind of overkill. Maybe for wolves, yeah, but right now I don't really use them. I use just a shock spring that you can find at like Home Depot, and it's pretty cheap and stuff. So we'll show you to get those too. So what I'm thinking of doing here, guys, getting a J hook, like another one of these J hooks right here. And then we're going to connect it to there, and we'll connect a chain link. Oh, well, we'll just show you instead of just talking about it. So there we go, we're just bending that open. Our tool of choice? Just kidding, it's not my tool of choice. Okay, there we are. See, that came off really easily. Oh, we're gonna pop that off. That looks really good. And I don't need this, I just need the J-hook. And I'll use that swivel for something else. I mean, swivels are pretty cool because I like to be able to actually reuse this kind of stuff. You know, a lot of people just get their grinder and cut it off, but I think you might as well use it if you've got it, and they can last a lifetime if you treat them right. So there we go, we got the J-hook right on. I think we can just do this little chain link right here. It's a machine link chain. Make sure it's a machine link. And then we've got this. And then we're going to connect this to the machine link. So it's a pretty close connection. It's not, you know, too far apart from the base of the trap. I think that would still be considered base of the trap. So now what we're going to do, I think I might need to turn you off because I need to go look for some pliers. We'll just do this and we'll get it and we'll see. I'm sorry, hopefully you can see that there on the camera. Just press in as hard as you possibly can. And you might even want to do this. I'm not the strongest person in the world, of course, as everybody would know, but that's why I have to use one of these things here. It's going to give you a lot of swiveling action, and I like this chain link method because a lot of times when you just got like a J-hook connecting the bottom of the trap, what's going to do is you're going to have a pretty hard time setting this up on like hard ground or something. But this right here makes it lay flat when you're setting the trap, which is a really bonus. We're going to get our pliers again. You might want to turn them on better mode. This is pretty good. This is actually not a very heavy duty J-hook right there. I mean, I've caught and held coyotes with it, but I probably will want to adjust later on. Okay guys, there we are. We have it done. It is perfect. Look at that. Good. We got about an 11-inch chain here to here. You can see that somebody else put a trap tag right there. That is definitely not mine. It actually says somewhere in Idaho. I'm not going to tell you though. But we're going to chop this off because look, now we've got 2 chaining points, but we only want 1. So that'll be easy because we can actually reuse this swivel and this J-hook. Not today, but later on we'll use this one. And it just pops right open like that. I don't know how hard this is going to be to pull out. I hope it's not too hard. Oh, I hope you saw that on the camera. And then we got our J-hook. We probably still will use this one. So I'll keep this all together. So that's an extra chain. And we've got our Duke number 1 3/4 with a center swivel trap. And that's just a very easy way to do that. You know, some traps you might just want to go ahead and drill a hole right there. and it might work, but you just make sure that everything you're doing is using your head, using common sense. Not yet, you guys aren't, but I just want to make sure that clear, because a lot of the time that's the problem with me, is I don't use my head enough. Okay guys, here's the trap. It's finished. It's all done. Except we're gonna put that shock spring on it, and it looks really well. It's center swiveled there with the chain link and then all that kind of connection, and then we've got the whole trap there done like that. We're gonna go get a shock spring, and then we'll catch you back at the trap. We have enough room to actually pull on that, and then it will absorb some shock for them. And guys, I know. So what I have to do right now is I'm gonna hammer it in with a hammer. I would use pliers, but just a thunderstorm of rain came on, and I can't use the. I can't go over to the workshop right now because it's pouring over there. So. Okay, there it is. So the shock spring's right on, right there. Right there. So it's on. So then, when that animal pulls, they're gonna get the shock is gonna absorb. It's gonna absorb the shock when they pull. That's just a simple way to do it. So if you have any of those shock absorbing springs, you just put them around your chain link and you're good to go. So guys, look at what we've done. We have completed the challenge. We have been able to, in under 10 minutes, we have actually been able to make a trap just like this one here, turn into this one here. This one here is ready to catch coyotes and bobcats and foxes all day long. It's got all it needs. It's got a big old machine link chain. It's got real thick and heavy jaws. Not that we did anything with the jaws in this video. It's got a base plate, swivel. It's got the whole 9 yards. Everything you need to start catching coyotes really quickly. So that's what we did. And I sure hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give me a like and subscribe. It'd be awesome if you could do that, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.